If you're over 60 and still drinking milk that promises strength, comfort, or nostalgia, then I need to warn you, because one of those milks might be quietly killing your erections. Yes, you heard me, right. What you pour into your glass every morning could be choking off blood flow, shrinking your testosterone, and weakening the very part of your manhood you fought to preserve. And yet, nobody talks about it. I'm Dr. Mohit Khera. I've spent over 30 years helping older men fight fatigue, memory loss, joint pain, and yes, declining bedroom performance. And I can tell you this, the decline you feel isn't always age. Sometimes it's something as ordinary as milk that's quietly turning your strength into struggle. The truth is, many seniors believe they're making healthy choices when they grab popular milks from the store, especially if the label says plant-based, fortified, or low-fat. But here's what you're not being told. Some of those milks are actually draining your energy, hurting your heart, and even increasing your risk of fractures, blood sugar crashes, and cognitive decline. That's why I'm going to reveal the 4 milks you should never drink after 60, and, more importantly, the 4 powerful alternatives you should be using instead. These aren't just swaps. They're strategic upgrades that can protect your bones, improve your memory, reduce inflammation, and support strong, lasting erections. Naturally. Stay with me, because the first milk we'll expose might be sitting in your fridge right now. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a health tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if this topic matters to you, or if you've ever wondered whether the milk you're drinking is helping or hurting your health, just type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can make these videos more helpful for you. So let's begin with the truth. Most men never hear from their doctor. The 4 milks you should never drink after 60. These are everyday choices that seem harmless, even healthy. But inside your body, they're doing silent damage, weakening your heart, disrupting your hormones, and quietly robbing you of your strength, your energy, and your erections. Whole milk, the silent heartbreaker in your fridge. There's a reason this one hurts to talk about. Whole milk isn't just a beverage for many of us. It's a memory. I remember mornings with my father. He'd pour a tall glass of whole milk next to his eggs, strong and steady, the way men were supposed to be. Back then, we believed whole milk meant strength, bones, and manhood. And maybe for a time it did. But the truth we didn't know, what science now clearly shows, is that after age 60, whole milk becomes something very different, something dangerous. As we get older, the body begins to change in quiet, subtle ways. Arteries stiffen, metabolism slows, testosterone dips, and the foods we once handled with ease now hit us harder than we realize. Whole milk is one of those foods. It's loaded with saturated fat, over 4.5 grams in a single cup. That may not sound like much, but to an aging heart, it's more than enough to quietly clog arteries, raise bad cholesterol, and strain your cardiovascular system. And when your arteries are clogged, it's not just your heart that suffers. Blood flow is everything. It fuels your brain, your muscles, and yes, your erections. When blood can't flow freely, it can't reach where it's needed most. That means slower, weaker, and shorter lasting performance, not just in the bedroom, but in everyday life. And whole milk isn't just hurting your circulation, it's also a weight trap. As your muscle mass naturally declines after 60, every extra calorie begins to count against you. Whole milk packs nearly 150 calories per glass. If you're still having a few glasses a day out of habit, those calories add up on your waistline, your joints, and even your insulin levels. For seniors already managing blood sugar, whole milk can worsen insulin resistance and contribute to type 2 diabetes over time. And here's something many men don't realize. That daily glass of milk could be behind your digestive discomfort. After 60, a large percentage of adults develop some degree of lactose intolerance, even if they never had issues before. That gas, bloating, fatigue, or sluggish feeling after breakfast, it may not be your age, it may be the lactose. Because it's so familiar, so trusted, we rarely question it. I've had patients look me in the eye and say, "Hi, doc, I don't eat junk. I just have my cereal and milk every morning like I always did." And I gently have to tell them, that habit might be stealing your strength, your energy, and your blood flow without you even realizing it. So what do? You start by asking the hard question, is this really serving the man I am today, Or is it just a leftover habit from the man I used to be? Because after 60, strength doesn't come from nostalgia. It comes from knowledge. And now, you know. Sweetened, condensed milk, the sugar bomb that robs your brain and bedroom. There's something about sweetened, condensed milk that hits the heart before it hits the body. Maybe it reminds you of holidays with your grandkids, family recipes passed down from your mother, or that extra spoonful in your morning coffee on quiet days. I get it. I've seen it in my own family. That nostalgic sweetness brings comfort. It feels innocent. But what I need to tell you, what most men over 60 never hear, is that what feels comforting to your memories might be working against your body in the worst ways. Sweetened condensed milk is a sugar bomb in disguise. Just 1 tablespoon contains about 10 grams of added sugar, but no one uses just 1 tablespoon, do they? It's thick, rich, and addictive. That slow pour may seem small, but it hits your system like a freight train, spiking your blood sugar, overworking your pancreas, and setting the stage for insulin resistance. Sugar doesn't just affect your waistline, it affects your brain. Studies now show that regular consumption of concentrated sugars like those found in sweetened condensed milk can accelerate cognitive decline. Researchers have even started calling Alzheimer's a type 3 diabetes because of how strongly blood sugar impacts brain function. And that's not all. Especially in this concentrated form, is a known driver of inflammation, and inflammation is one of the key enemies of male performance. It disrupts hormones, damages blood vessels, slows circulation, and yes, contributes to erectile dysfunction. Let's not forget digestion. That heavy, syrupy texture slows down your gut, leaving you bloated, sluggish, and tired. It robs your energy, not just physically, but emotionally. I've seen too many men start shrinking inside themselves, feeling weak, dull, and disconnected, simply because the foods they loved were quietly draining the life out of them. I'm not here to take away joy. I'm here to help you take back control. Sweetened condensed milk may be tied to warm memories, but it has no place in a body that wants to stay sharp, strong, and sexually alive after 60. You deserve better fuel. Rice milk, the bone-weakening, kidney-harming imposter. There was a time I believed rice milk was one of the safest, gentlest options on the shelf. Patients would switch to it proudly, thinking they were making a smart, healthy move. And honestly, I can't blame them. The label is clean, it's plant-based, it sounds harmless. But rice milk might be one of the most misleading choices a man over 60 can make. Rice milk is almost entirely made of processed white rice and water, nearly void of nutrition. 1 cup contains less than a gram of protein, no healthy fats, and very few essential vitamins or minerals. Rice also naturally absorbs a toxic element from soil, arsenic. When concentrated into rice milk, that arsenic builds up slowly in your system, putting pressure on your kidneys and liver over time. And rice milk spikes your blood sugar fast. It has a high glycemic index, almost like soda. It drains your energy, clouds your thinking, and worsens insulin sensitivity. And with no fiber, no healthy fats, and no meaningful protein, rice milk becomes little more than a hollow promise with real consequences. Flavored plant-based milks, sweet sabotage in disguise. Don't trust a label that tastes like dessert. Flavored almond, oat, or soy milk often contain as much sugar per cup as a soda. They're also loaded with gums, emulsifiers, and artificial additives, compounds that irritate your gut, disrupt hormones, and quietly sabotage your health. For aging men, these ingredients interfere with testosterone production, digestion, mental clarity, and blood flow. And the synthetic vitamins added for fortification often go unabsorbed by aging bodies. Now let's talk about the alternatives, the milks you should be drinking after 60. Fermented soy milk, strength, balance, and brain fuel in a glass. It's rich in complete proteins, supports muscle retention, aids digestion with probiotics, and contains isoflavones that protect the brain and balance hormones. Unsweetened almond milk, brain boosting, heart protecting simplicity. Loaded with vitamin E and healthy fats, almond milk improves circulation, defends your brain from oxidative stress, and avoids sugar crashes that drain your energy. Calcium fortified oat milk comfort for bones and calm for sleep. Packed with calcium, vitamin D, and beta-glucan fiber, oat milk strengthens bones, lowers cholesterol, and helps you sleep better. Flax milk, the omega-3 secret weapon. With anti-inflammatory ALA, flax milk supports joint health, circulation, hormonal balance, and sexual vitality. Naturally. Conclusion. A new milk, a new life. You now have a choice. A quiet, powerful daily choice. Swap out one harmful milk. Start with just one. See how you feel after a week. Then build from there. Because change doesn't come from shame. It comes from awareness. From small intentional actions that reshape your health from the inside out. Every sip is a decision. Choose the one that fuels your future with strength, clarity, and confidence. If this message resonated, type "I'm making the switch" in the comments. Like, share, and consider supporting the channel to help more men reclaim their vitality. One glass at a time.